Transcending history and the world, a tale of soul and sword eternally retold.
We all need to shine on to see how far we've come on.
It's just 3 days until E3 now, and it is time for another entry in my E3 2017 wishlist. And this time we're talking about a game that I've actually talked about before last year, and the only reason why I'm bringing it back is because my soul still burns. Does yours? We are talking about Soul Calibur VI. I want to see this game happen. I've been dying to play a new Soul Calibur game for a long time. There was a 4-year gap between Soul Calibur 4 and 5, and it's been about almost 5 years since Soul Calibur 5. So it is time for that sequel. It is time for the soul to burn once again. And I'm ready. I really am. Man, again, I talked about this last year, and I mean, at that time it was more of just like, I want to see a Soul Calibur game because I'm a fan. But this year, I feel like it's around that time where the sequels start getting announced. I'm not saying, it might not even come out this year. I'm expecting an announcement trailer this year, and then to have it come out like, say, January next year, or like February, around the springtime next year. I think that's fair, right? That's fair. Come on, that's fair. I want to see this game happen. I really do. And I've been thinking of a lot of really cool ideas on what this game could actually be, because the last Soul Calibur game, Soul Calibur V, it was a kind of not a reboot, but it was definitely set further along in the timeline of all the characters. We had like new characters, and we had the offspring of a lot of older characters. Like we had Natsu instead of Taki, and we had Pyrrha and Patroclus instead of Sophidia. And they played similar to those characters, and the other characters like Siegfried and Mitsurugi, they were like a lot older, they looked a lot older, and that's cool. I like that. I like that. I was thinking that they could either go further in that route and just have Patroclus sort of as the main character now, and just kind of keep going off of those characters, or, get this, you could set the game even further along the future. Now, I said this in the beginning of the video. Transcending history and the world, a tale of souls and swords, eternally retold. Eternally retold. So I'm thinking that this, I'm getting really nerdy right now, I know. I'm thinking that this game could actually be set in present time. Have it where the Soul Edge and the Soul Calibur just appear out of nowhere in modern day Tokyo. And there's these heroes that are distant like relatives of Mitsurugi and Natsu or whatever. Just distant relatives of that clan and that samurai. And they have similar attributes and skills, but they don't even know it, that they're destined to reclaim this blade and all of its glory. I don't even know. I mean, I don't know exactly, beat for beat how the story could go. But I kind of wanted a Soul Calibur game that's set in modern times, and having like characters from like America, and having characters from like the UK and everything. And I think that would be really, really cool to see, kind of like a globe-trotting adventure in this era. Like I don't know, I would like to see that, having like modern day looking people, like a regular, say the descendant of Taki, way down, and set today is like just a high school student. She's just like a regular high school student, but yet she's still like a ninja and has these skills, but she still tries to kind of manage her high school life as well. Same for like somebody like Siegfried that has a distant relative as well. He's just like a normal dude. He's not like this knight from distant land or anything like that. He's just a regular guy, but he has the power that Siegfried did. He has this giant sword. I think that would be really cool if we could see these characters kind of reimagined in today's era. I would kind of like to see that. It's different. It's different, but recently the Soul games haven't been necessarily great. I think the 5th is actually probably my least favorite in the entire series. And I don't hate the game. It's not a terrible game at all. I mean, it's still a well-made game. But I think a lot of people can agree with me. I said this earlier. I think a lot of people can agree that the 5th game is probably the least liked of the bunch. And 4 isn't much better than that. I think it was mostly just Soul Calibur 1, Soul Edge and Soul Blade at first, then Soul Calibur 1, 2, and even 3 was a little iffy at that point. I really liked 4. I think 4 is one of my favorites in the franchise. But again, a lot of people didn't like that as well. It was a kind of a steady decline ever since like 3. So It's time for them to try something new. It's time for them to do something a little bit different. Think outside of the box. Tekken 7, I just bought recently. The game just came out a few days ago. It is excellent. It actually might be the best fighting game I have ever played. And I'm not just saying that on how like technical things are and how combos work and how the gameplay works in the online or anything. I'm just talking about the game itself, the gameplay, the characters, the story mode. There is so much content there. The customization. It is just beautiful. It is a beautiful, beautiful game. If I had to give it a review, I would honestly give it probably a 9 or a 10 out of 10. It is a perfect fighting game and everything that Tekken aspires to be and everything that I've ever wanted Tekken to be. I want to see that happen with Soul Calibur. I don't even know if that's possible though. I really don't. I know the last game had a lot of trouble going into development. I think there wasn't a lot of trouble. It was just like, I know it's a big project. It was a big project for them. They put a lot of their heart and soul, as they do with all of the games. But I think more so with the 5th game because there was a lot of stuff going on in Japan at the time. And I could definitely see the 5th one being the last game in the franchise. I could. Because again, I'm not sure how it's sold. I don't know that 100%. But critically, it didn't do its best. And I could kind of see Project Soul just going back and Bandai Namco going back and just saying, hey, maybe that's it. Maybe we just put the talent in and call that the end of the franchise. Give me one more game, and actually title it Final Soul or something like that. Give me one more game in this franchise and actually call it the end. You can't just ex machina up an end of the game. Like, you can't do that. There's more to this story. It's eternally retold. So you just keep making these games. You don't stop. You don't stop. Anyway, I want to see this game happen. I think it's a possibility. What they could do to the gameplay itself, I think make it... a lot of people complained that it was too slow in Soul Calibur 4. People complained that it was too fast in Soul Calibur 5. I think they can kind of find a middle ground there. And for me, it's like, I think they should make the characters feel a lot less heavy. Because when I first played, so I played the original, the Soul Blade for the PS1. That was actually one of the first games I've ever played. It's like the first game I can remember ever playing. Like that and like FF7 or something. Those are legit like the first games I've ever played. And I remember Soul Blade feeling more fluid to me than the way Soul Calibur 4 felt. 4 felt like you were just like these tanks. It felt super like trucky, and again, it was fun and it worked because I kind of got it. They were wielding these giant weapons and it was fine, but it was a little slow and it felt a little, I don't know, it felt like I was kind of like in water or something. And 5, I think they did fix this in my opinion, but 5, there were so many other problems there that no one really noticed that. So I think you kind of keep that same kind of fluidity and speed that 5 had. And I think, I mean, a lot of people complained about the critical edges or the special moves or whatever. I think those can stay in there. I think those worked really well. Make them a little bit faster, like they were really slow, and make them a little bit more useful in battle. Make them a little more useful. I think they did a pretty good job. Better than, I say, Tekken 7, actually. Tekken 7, the special moves are probably my least favorite part of the game. Although I think it does add a good edge for beginners, and there's no shame in using these special moves. I mean, you could use it if you're a pro as well. There's no shame at all. But I feel like there's just a lot more uses for the special move as a beginner. I want to see special moves that aren't necessarily, you know, only useful as for beginners. Like, I want to see it being used by pros alike, and have it actually be a very versatile move that you can use in a variety of different ways during battle. I want to see breakable weapons again too. I think that was really cool in Soul Blade, where your weapon would just break and then you would just be in hand-to-hand combat. Like, I thought that was really cool. I could see that getting annoying, you know, just in modern gaming now. But I think I would, I don't know, bring that back. Why not? I keep thinking of a Soul Calibur game in modern day. I'm thinking of like a rooftop battle of like high school students, one wielding a sword, one wielding like these knives that like Taki wields back in the day, and just going at it like on this like Tokyo rooftop or something. And I really, really like that. It has a good, I don't know, it's a really good image that I like, and I could see them going. It would be really, really fresh for Project Soul to do something like that. But I also wouldn't mind going back in time and you know, exploring the world with Patroclus and with Natsu and Pyrrha, and I'm trying to remember the other. Zwei was another one. I actually really liked Zwei. He was cool. Yeah, just keep going with that as well. I mean, those characters were really cool. You could just, you know, there's another adventure there to be had as well. I like Siegfried a lot too. Maybe you could even go back and explore something else that we've never seen before. Like, there's so many things you could do with this story. I honestly think that that is the least of Project Soul's worries. I don't think they have to really figure that out at all. I think that's the easiest part out of everything. But to me, it's the gameplay and the actual story mode that needs refining, because Soul Calibur V, that story mode was just disgusting. It was so bad. The actual story itself was super hokey, and the way it played out, how there were like these weird like book page things that like just, it was so boring. It just wasn't that fun. I think there's a better way to streamline that story and make it a little more fluid, make it a little more fast. I think that's the way it goes. For Tekken, there was like a lot of full cutscenes that looked excellent. They looked really, really good. I would like to see Tekken 6, I'm not sorry, not Tekken 6, Soul Calibur 6 receive the same kind of treatment. And I think it's a possibility, and I think it could even look better in a Soul Calibur game because of just how, like, I don't know, Soul Calibur games have always been known to be graphically beautiful. I mean, I remember Soul Calibur 4 just blowing my mind when I first saw that game, and it still holds up today, it really does. Soul Calibur 5 as well, those games still look good today, and I can't even imagine how good you could make Soul Calibur 6 work on the PS4 and the Xbox One, or even Scorpio and PS4K or whatever, PS4 Pro, I don't know why I'm still calling it 4K. And in the Switch too, I wouldn't mind seeing a Soul Calibur appear on the Switch. Playing this portably would be really cool. I really would like to see, I can't even remember the name of this mode, it's been so long since I played the games, that's a shame because I'm a fan too. The map mode or whatever, the one where you have the map before you and you like go to different regions and fight different characters and unlock different swords for each of these characters. I want to see that mode return as well. That was one of my favorite parts about Soul Calibur 2, and like having these special matches where there was like quicksand and you would slowly sink as the match would start, like fast speed or slow motion or something like that. Or like you're poisoned, there's gas in this room, so you have to defeat your enemy at a certain time. It really created this sense of adventure there, and it just really made the fights just fun. It was just fun having these like special little types of fights throughout this like weird, I can't remember what the mode is called. Shame on me, I'm gonna have it sliding through the screen right now to make a fool of myself. But yeah, I really like that mode, and I would love to see it return. I was so sad that it didn't return in Soul Calibur 4 or 5. And I think it's time for it to kind of go back to its roots again and bring back some of the older modes. Character customization, it's something that a lot of people really like. In the beginning, I was like, you know what, just get that out of here. Make it like Soul Calibur 2 again and just have like these really cool characters. And you don't really need character customization. But after playing Tekken 7, I have to disagree because I had so much fun just making costumes for characters. Like, I still do it. Like, I love Tekken 7 and its creatable costumes. It's so much fun. I would love to see Soul Calibur just bring that back at full force. It was just so much fun in 5. It was so much fun in 4. Just keep expanding upon it. I feel like they did a good job of expanding upon it in Soul Calibur 5. I feel like that you can even go further with it, add even more customization. Maybe even make it where you can have customized moves, customized weapons. I really want to see customizable weapons. The game is so focused on swords and blades and, you know, spears and everything that I feel like that you need to add customizable weapons where you can change the color of your hilt, change the hilt itself, change the type of the blade, make it where you don't just do this for your custom characters, but you can also make a custom blade for, say, Siegfried or you know, any of the other characters. I think that would be really, really cool. I think it's something, it's natural progression. It's natural progression. I think it's about time for customizable weapons. And make it where you have this other mode, like, remember in Soul Calibur 4 there was like the tower or whatever where you like slowly build your way up. Something similar to that, or the, you know, the map mode or whatever. I can't remember that name. Shame on me. Where instead of unlocking just specific different weapons, you unlock just new, you know, create a character parts. You can, you know, unlock more hilts for your sword, unlock, you know, types of clothing, hair, different colors and everything, different like stickers or whatever. In having all of those things to unlock, you could really expand that mode quite well. So yes, again, I want to see this game happen. My soul still burns. As I asked earlier, does yours? Comment down below and let me know what you think of a Soul Calibur 6. Do you think it is possible? Do you want to see this game? Is this a dying franchise at this point? We've heard no news of it for quite some time now. I think the last Soul Calibur game was Soul Calibur Broken. What was the game even called? Some garbage free-to-play thing that was absolutely terrible. I don't even count it as a Soul Calibur game, to be honest. But yeah, Soul Calibur 5, it came out January 2012. It's 2017. We're going into 2018. It's about time. Comment down below. Give me your thoughts. Give me what you would like to see in the next Soul Calibur game as well. I'd love to read your guys' opinions. Hit that like button if you enjoyed anything that I had to talk about today. And also, please be sure to subscribe for more of this wish list, the countdown to E3, and of course, the reactions that are coming as well. Me and my good friend Phenom Sage, another YouTuber, and just a really good friend of mine, are going to be reacting to each and every single press conference, and we're going to be talking about them all as well, so look forward to that and subscribe for that as well. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, I will catch you guys later. Bye-bye.